You were weak when I found you, but now your hatred has become your strength. At last, the dark side is your ally. Oh my god, what have I done?
Oh, Vader! What a character. Wow. Hi again, everyone. Scout Pirate Pop Cult Fan here. And in this video, I'm going to do another video game review for you all. And review a very classic game for me. And it's a game that I've played on my Wii quite a few times. And in this video, I'm going to be reviewing Star Wars The Force Unleashed, which came out in 2008. And this game, like this particular Star Wars game, I have a really big appreciation for because I have multiple versions of this game. I have the Wii version, I have the Nintendo DS version of the game too as well, which is very watered down, not quite as good as the Wii version, like at all. And then I also had the when I used to live in my old house back in my childhood home, I had an Xbox 360, and they had the Star Wars The Force Unleashed, the Ultimate Edition, which included a few extra missions after the main story, where you played a Star Killer with the full helmet on. Like when you get the bad ending, like when Star Killer gets killed, and you get the bad ending, and he's like the new Sith Lord following Emperor Palpatine from the bad ending of the game. You can do a few extra missions in this Ultimate Sith Edition on the Xbox 360, and I remember that being a lot of fun because it included like special cameos from Luke Skywalker and from Boba Fett, and I really liked that Ultimate Edition that I had for the Xbox 360, which was a lot of fun. And the Wii version I have played mostly, and it's very mission based. You're in your a little spaceship with a Star Killer and Captain Juno and Proxy, and just seeing that trio dynamic between those three characters, them being the main protagonists of the game. And then you have Darth Vader, who it's really cool because in this particular Force Unleashed game, you actually play as Darth Vader in the first mission, which I really like. And you're on the Wookiee homeworld of Kashyyyk, and as Vader, you get to do that little Force choke thing that he always does in the movies, and it's really cool. And you can do all sorts of stuff with the Force in the Force Unleashed. And definitely when you play a Star Killer, you have the Force Lightning, which that's always a lot of fun. I do think that the Force powers are very, I guess they're very showy. They're very, it's a lot. Like, there's a lot of different Force abilities that you have. You can Force dash, you can Force jump, Force push, Force pull, all these different kinds of abilities that you can do as Star Killer, and it's a lot of fun. And you can just go around, kill a bunch of stormtroopers, and it's just a lot of fun. And there's all these quick time events when you fight certain enemies, like the AT-ST droid, or boss battles with other characters like Shaak Ti in the Felucia mission, and other Jedis near the beginning of the game, and then near the end of the game when you're facing like some of these other villains. And I remember, like, in the Wii version of the game, there's like a few extra missions where you go through the Jedi Temple, and there are a few like dark, like a few characters that work within the Sith, field, as not really Sith Lords, but kind of like just kind of other characters that are just as bad, like in the dark side, having their own little characters in these Jedi Temple missions, which I thought was pretty cool. And then when you get near the end of the game, there's that one cameo from Obi-Wan Kenobi, even though that was actually Proxy, sort of transforming itself into Obi-Wan Kenobi, which was pretty cool. Speaking of the droid proxy, I don't know what kind of droid it is, but it can like transform into people, which is pretty cool. You don't really see that like at all in none in the movies, none in the TV shows, just in these one particular game. And in Force Unleashed 2, this droid, a proxy that Starkiller owns, he can transform into people and communicate in their voices, which is rather interesting. And then also you get near the end of the game, and basically what you're doing in the latter half of the game, you're sort of building the rebel base, and well, not the rebel base, but building up what is to become the rebellion in the original trilogy. And you can think of Force Unleashed as a direct prequel almost to the original trilogy. But if you do the bad ending, and if you've played the second game, Force Unleashed 2, there's a lot of inconsistencies with the continuity, and which is why the Force Unleashed games, they're not canon anymore to the movies. So you can just kind of enjoy them for what they are, Force Unleashed and the second game, Force Unleashed 2. And I had a lot of fun with the original game as well as the second game, but this is mainly a review of the first game, which a lot of the voice acting is great. The actor that voices Starkiller, Sam Witwer, he's been in Star Wars ever since. He has voiced Darth Maul in the animated shows, Clone Wars, Rebels, and I think he even voiced Darth Sidious on Star Wars Rebels, and I think he voiced Darth Sidious in the Force Unleashed game as well. So it's really cool that we get that. And also a few other familiar characters like Yoda and Boba Fett appear in the second game, Force Unleashed 2, and I really like that. And just overall, I think Force Unleashed, it's a very underrated, in my opinion. It's a Star Wars game that I play a lot. I played a lot with my friend Sean too, once in a while. I mean, we haven't played it together in quite a long time, but I remember playing it with Sean, and it's just a lot of fun to play next to another Star Wars game that I hope to review pretty soon too as well, Lego Star Wars, The Complete Saga, which I also want to do a review for that as well, leading up to the release of the new Lego Star Wars game, Skywalker Saga. That's something to look forward to. So, Star Wars The Force Unleashed, if I had to give it a grade, or a percentage, I would probably give it like a 95%, so an A. I really don't have too many flaws with it. Mainly, I'm talking about the Wii version of the game, because that's the version of the game that I played the most. It's probably the version of the game that has the most content aside from the Ultimate Sith Edition for the Xbox 360, because you have all those extra missions in the Jedi Temple, and it's probably the longest version of the game, the Wii version, and I really enjoy it. It's a decent game, and I'm glad that when they made Jedi Fallen Order, they kind of went back to that in a way, playing as a Jedi again. And I wish I could play that game, but I can't. But I guess I'll just settle for Force Unleashed. So yeah, that should do it for this review. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will catch you all next time. Peace.